Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker is out in less than a week. Who's excited for this dumpster fire? Oh, I can't wait. Hey, everybody, welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott, and if you like what you hear here, please hit the subscription button, ding the notification bell. YouTube isn't helping out us smaller content creators anymore, so if you like sci-fi, fantasy, breakdowns of movie, TVs, comics, books, reviews, news, things like that, I'm here for you. So please hit it and give me a chance. I'm begging you. So we got this article from comicbook.com. It is Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Actors say fan backlash is inevitable. Inevitable. Holy crap, I said it right. Cameron Bonomolo. Bonomolo. So there will inevitably be backlash against Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, and its ending because you, quotes, can't please everybody all of the time, says franchise newcomer Richard E. Grant, who portrays the First Order's Allegiant General Pride. The actor anticipates Game of Thrones syndrome. What does that mean, Game of Thrones syndrome? They'll probably tell us in the article. What I believe Game of Thrones syndrome would be is, I don't know, start off strong and then, lose interest as a creator and then just throw out just spectacle and not worry about any content, anything that makes any sense. They just make it big. Who cares if they even talk in the last episode? You know what I mean? Just make them stare at things, make them blow up things, and make them kill people. That's Game of Thrones syndrome, giving up on your fans. What do they say? What does he say it is? Referring to mixed to negative reactions to the fan favorite HBO fantasy drama series that came to an end after 8 seasons earlier this year. In The Rise of Skywalker, writer-director J.J. Abrams will attempt to bridge all 9 episodes in the 40-year saga to bring the Skywalker saga to its conclusion. So you're asking J.J. Abrams, probably one of the greatest starters, but not the strongest finishers, and that's being nice, to finish one of the greatest sagas, a 9-movie saga, 40-year span. You're asking this guy to end it. Yeah. And in doing so, Grant says Abrams and co-writer Chris Terrero had to be honest and true to themselves. That'd be first. People feel incredibly passionate and positive about it, Grant told IO9. I understand that because I have been a Star Wars fan since I was 20 years old in 1977 when I was a drama student. Grant, who also appeared in Game of Thrones and a fan favorite Doctor Who franchise, expects most fans to be satisfied. We're starting to see that tilt, man. When the Star Wars franchise closes out its storied saga, inevitably, I had to practice that word. It kills me. It's one of those words. There will be a Game of Thrones syndrome to Star Wars because you can't please everybody all of the time, Grant said. And the ending, what people want it to be and what it actually is, hopefully for the majority of people seeing it, they will feel that they've had their wish fulfilled. Well, so if it doesn't end the way I think it should, which all I'm asking is it to respect the character, to respect the previous stories, to respect George Lucas's vision. That's what I want as an ending. Is that asking too much? So you're already telling me that, we all know how we feel about Last Jedi. I thought it was the worst movie of any saga, of any trilogy. And what it did was disrespect what came before it and disrespect one of the greatest heroes in movie history, which is Luke Skywalker. So, is it too much to ask? And I think JJ will try to give him back, that's my cat, give him back some respect and some dignity to end this series out. Hold 1 minute, please. I truly don't think that's asking much. Okay. So this cat, let's see, where do we go? But inevitably there's going to be people that don't feel the way that way. And you can't anticipate that. You have to do what is honest and true to you. And I think JJ and Chris have done that to absolute ends of their ability. Yeah. Well, how much ability is that? Okay. And I understand you're in the film. You probably took pride in what you did. Get it, pride. But you have to be honest. And I don't think if it's 50-50 like to dislike, which Rian Johnson shot for, I'd be shocked. I really think a majority, and a majority is just above 50%, but I believe a majority of people are upset with what has happened, what we have seen from these movies, what we've seen from this trailer, and feel that Disney disrespected and didn't understand what they had when they bought Lucasfilm. I think they saw a cash cow and just thought we could throw anybody in there, have anybody do it, and it'll be fine. Get big name J.J. Abrams, get kind of up and comer Rian Johnson, and they just they let it go. Kathleen Kennedy did not take the reins, or if she did, she took the reins and destroyed this franchise, and it's sad to see. Let's move on. Abrams previously said fans don't have to agree with every single thing to love something. That is true, whether that be Star Wars or something else, when calling for a return to nuance and acceptance in franchise filmmaking. The reaction to Star Wars, the increased attacks, the increased negativity, the fandom menace, what, as they call it, that is not unique to Star Wars, obviously. And I think we live in a time where if you're not being divisive, if you're not creating something that's aversive, clickbait, he says clickbait, sometimes you don't quite feel like you're playing the game. Well, see, that's your mistake. Star Wars didn't have to be decisive. Star Wars, people loved it for what it was, the hero's journey. You didn't have to make it, we have to change the whole idea of it. We have to take it and flip it on its nose. We have to take the genre and change it. No, Star Wars would have been fine following the formula. People loved that formula. Okay, I understand maybe you guys are done making new movies and it's all reboots and prequels and sequels. But if you're going to do that with a franchise, if you're going to make a prequel, a sequel, or even reboot it, respect the source material. Like Watchmen didn't respect the source material on HBO. There's other things out there that are doing it. It's not just Star Wars. Respect the source material. I always loved Star Wars because it's got a huge heart. Did I always believe in it and agree with every single thing that happened in every movie, whether it was the prequel or the original? No, but I do love Star Wars. Yes. So for me, I hope, and I'm surely naively, we can return to a time where we give things a bit more latitude. We don't have to agree with every single thing to love something. No, we don't. We have to agree with something and the major points. Okay. I don't have to agree that I like Jar Jar Binks because I didn't, but that doesn't ruin the prequels for me. I mean, he was a large part of it and it still didn't ruin the prequels for me. What you did is took the main character, not you, JJ, but Rian and Lucasfilm took it and flipped it on its head. Took him and destroyed him. Took him and made him Jake, as Mark said. And all you guys been doing since then is apologizing for Rian Johnson, saying everything was set up from the beginning. Oh, we all had this plan. You're all lying. And you're starting to leak that out, and we know that. So, come on. So, that's the end of it. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker opens December 20th, really the 19th. A bunch of places where I am. I don't think I'm going to see it until Saturday, the 21st, because I'm a dad, work. Hopefully me and the moms can get out. She is not a fan, but I kind of want to see what her reaction is to it, because maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't understand what's going on. Maybe for her being, a true normie, she'll like it for the story that it is. But from what we've seen in the trailers, for what they've let out in the trailers, I mean, they give you that part where, in one of the trailers, you have Palpatine talking to Kylo Ren, and he uses his voice, Snoke's voice, Vader's voice, his voice. I mean, why would you leak that out unless you're scared people aren't going to come and see this? Because even when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's dope. And then I was like, oh, they're letting us hear that because they don't think people are going to come see space horses ride on, starships with laser swords. You don't understand your property. You didn't respect the source material. JJ did a little bit better in Phantom Menace, but really what you did, I'm sorry, Force Awakens, but really what you did was just rehash A New Hope with a new chosen one. Okay. But this movie, what it's saying, Palpatine is alive, and we all know it now, that unless you subvert our expectations, that, and I'll give you that. If this movie's great, I'm going to say it. I'm not a hater. I want to love Star Wars, but by allowing Palpatine to be alive, even if you planned it 2 movies ago, which I doubt, you have taken what Luke did and what Anakin Skywalker sacrificed, and you threw it out the door. And I mean, you already did Luke in, saying that he had a bad dream and would kill his nephew over it, even for a second, even though he allowed himself to almost give in to the dark side, but he stopped himself before killing one of the most, the mass genocidal murderer who was Darth Vader, and put down his lightsaber and said, I am a Jedi like my father before. And what did you do to him? You disrespect him. But whatever. You guys think we're all just haters. To love something, I guess love and hate are close. So tell me what you think in the comments below, what you think about this article, what you think about me. And don't forget, share and like. It helps the channel out. It's the only thing that helps the channel out. Subscribe. Love you guys. And remember, if they're calling you names, they've already lost the war. Have a great day, everybody.